Hey guys, Joe Lewis here from Years Spent Manifesting Incorporated. I'm here today to explain to you guys on how you can get your nonprofit Articles of Incorporation filed today. If you are planning to start a nonprofit organization without having to use online services that may range anywhere from $200 to $400 plus. There are options that you can use today, right? You can do it by yourself and get this done in a quick, easy way without having to use these services. If you are going down the route of, say, do it yourself, I can walk you through this right now and show you that it's really not that hard. All it takes is some time and reading up on your own. I will be including, as a part of this video, a couple of resources that I use to get started on my nonprofit organization, again, which is Years Spent Manifesting. It's a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to a number of things, but most importantly, help driving change amongst our underprivileged youth and manifesting their dreams. More to come on that venture, but this video is focused on making sure that you guys understand the options that are available for you if you're getting started with your nonprofit organization. So I will be switching to my computer video in a second, in which I will walk through the steps of filling out the online form. Now, please note that I'm doing this for the state of Georgia. If you are living in a different state, you should research your laws accordingly and make sure you read into that. I'll try and provide a link below that will get you that information that are particular to your state. But nonetheless, this should give you a little bit of a understanding of what it is to do it yourself without having again to go through these corporations that are going to charge you X amount additional for their time and services. So I hope this helps you a lot. If you have any questions or you want to reach out to me, feel free to send me a message or leave a comment. I can follow up with you. I've already filed one of these for a separate nonprofit that I started, and that for this nonprofit here, Years Spent Manifesting, that one I filed on my own, and it came back in 3 days. And actually, that was expedited time. It didn't pay as much as these services are offering, and I'm gonna file another one soon, and I'm gonna let that one go for the 2 weeks Georgia time that it's allotted. But and again, that's not going to I'm not going to pay as much as for that one as well. So hope this video helps you guys. And again, if there's any questions, I'm gonna try my best to explain as much as I can as I'm going through the form. But if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks. Now enjoy. Okay, so here we are, we're online. I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to set up your nonprofit Articles of Incorporation that will eventually allow you to get your certificate of existence and put you on the path towards getting your 501c nonprofit certified. There will be other steps, including filling out the 1023 EZ form that will allow you to get tax exempt, right, under 501c3. But I'll go through that on a different step. As I learn, I want to bring you guys on the journey with me. So right now, I'm on the Georgia Corporations Division, ecorp.sos.ga.gov, right? That's the URL here. But before I go through the steps, I just want to emphasize the points that I was making earlier about other services that are out there charging you more money. So here we have LegalZoom, right? You can see their packages that they offer here, minimum of $99, ranging up to $359, right? Plus filing fees that you would incur doing it on your own over here, just to get started, right? So you can look at what they offer, right? To some, don't get me wrong, this might be your option because you look at the different things here and you see, oh, details like I may want my official corporate seal, even though you can probably make that on your own, or I may want the LegalZoom business newsletter, right? Some of these things you may find appealing, but for those who just want to get down to it and not have to pay this amount, here's where I want to show you today. I want to show you to be able to do that. Again, this is the state of Georgia's website, and this may differ for those who live in a different state, but again, I will try and help you out as well, and please do your due diligence and look into that information as well. Okay, so let's get started. Come in here from this location. You first need to create an account, right? Go click on online services and click OK. I already have an account, but for purposes of this video, I will walk you through how to set up a new account. Fill out your name, right? You can fill out your name, Tom Jones, right? You can put 123 Main Street here, but actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and fill this out. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this out. Since I said I was gonna do another one anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this out as if this was mine, and you can just follow the steps on your own. So Joseph Lewis, right? Just filling out the information here. Atlanta, email address, and Georgia, and sorry, my emails don't match. Is it because this is C, capital C? I guess it's case sensitive. But anyway, so once you're done here and your information is entered, right? Go ahead and click continue, and then enter the desired name as your choice. Password, security question, and then click create my account. Now you see here that your account has been created. You'll get an email in a second to your email address listed here, and this is the first step you need to do to get set up in the system to then go ahead and file for your Articles of Incorporation. Now, before I go into my email and verify my account and walk you through the application, I just want to quickly log into my other account, right, and show you quickly what that looks like on an account that has already been filed. So let me go ahead and log in, online services, change this here. So this is my account for which I already filed year spent manifesting under, and you can see there's a number of services here. I'm not going to go through these, but you can manage your stuff. You're on your own here via the corporation's division site online. One thing I just want to show you real quick is if you want to ever just look up your certificate of existence in case you need to download it or something. You can go here and you can continue, and you can search by your business name or your control number. I will just put my business name in here real quick. And this is the public database, being that anybody can look up your information so they can know whether or not they had you exist as well. So here is the information that exists about my corporation, and it's been active since 6/26, and that's what I wanted to show you guys here. So I will log out now. I'm logged in already, right? And I want to go ahead and create or register a business, right? Here are the steps that we need to go through, right? You're going to create a business. I'm going to walk you through this real quick. So I am creating a domestic business, right? In the state of Georgia, so it's a domestic. You can select number of options here, but we're going to go ahead and nonprofit corporation. And do you have a business reservation number? No. Request a business name. Now, one of the things that I've noticed, I've learned when I been going through my nonprofit readings and stuff like that, your business must contain one of the following designations as listed here. Now, as marketing and how you decide to brand yourself, you can do without that, but you have to file official documents. You have to make sure that's incorporated. So let's go ahead and fill that in. 47 collective INC. Now, there's a couple things I want to make sure you guys are aware of, right, as we do this, because when I did this the first time, even though it only took me 3 days, actually should have taken me less, because what did I do wrong? I forgot my middle name. Yes, I forgot my middle name the first time, and because of that, then it bounced back. So it's important to make sure you have the information correctly on this. But again, it's not rocket science, people. It's something that you can do on your own. So again, enter your business name. If you have multiple names that you continue down to business purpose here, and you can see if you want to pick from the NAICS codes, you can research these on the different areas and purposes that your organization may serve. It ranges from, as you can see, a lot here. If I was to pick manufacturing, there are subcodes that exist underneath that. Manufacturing, newsprint mills, that is an option. But for my purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and select any legal purpose. Keep it generic. You can always amend your articles of incorporation if you become more specific later on. But for now, I'm just going to go with any legal purpose. As a side note, real quick, this is an optional step. If applicable, if you had a name approval document that you were allowed to use this name before, then you can upload that here. So coming down here, then after you pick your business purpose, you enter your office address. This is where your business conducts its work. It can be your home address even. So go ahead and enter your address of choice. And then you can continue. So on this page now, go ahead and enter your business email, right? you want to put a secondary email address in, you can do that. Does this nonprofit corporation have members? At this time, mine does not. Yours may or may not. But either way, again, this is Articles of Incorporation. They're a living document. You can update it later. So for now, I'm just going to leave mine as no. Now, your registered agent is someone who is in charge of managing, like receiving and managing like tax documentations, legal documentations for your corporation. You can choose to be your own registered agent, but you want to make sure that people tend to pick an address that is more static or more not stationary. So if you're moving around a lot, then if you are renting out a place, then you may have to be aware that you may want to make sure you update your registered agent's address or location at some future point in time. But for now, you can go ahead, and it has to be somebody that is in your scenario. If you're in a different state, right, it would have to be someone who is of that state, right, a registered person in that state. So I'm going to go ahead and do myself as my registered agent. Fulton County. Okay, let's go. Create registered agent. So there we have a registered agent. That is myself, and I will be managing that. Now, incorporated information, right? That is again myself. I am the one who's doing this. In the event you are working with a company, right? That would be something like an attorney or a like LegalZoom. They would be supporting you along the line of incorporating this. But me personally, I'm doing this myself. So once again, I'm just going to put my information in here. Be careful, make sure you have your names appropriately filled out. And boom, I've added myself as incorporator. Okay, so additional optional provisions, not necessary. Do note that in the past, before online and services were available for you to do your articles of incorporation, it was a lot more drawn out process where you had to write up multiple sections about your company and what you would be doing. And that would have to typically be mailed into the state of Secretary of State. This is going to the Secretary of State office as well, but because it's online, a lot of that paperwork that you used to do with different sections are omitted. You can take that time to include some of those provisions here, but if you choose not to, that is on you as well. But one thing I've done personally is I've still, for practice, went ahead and documented my articles of incorporation in, like, say, a bullet point format, or even actually a bylaw format that pretty much has everything, each Article 1, Article 2, right? And I've done that in a separate Word document, so I have that on file. So click this checkbox to indicate agreement with the following statements regarding your filing of your annual registration. All this is saying is just letting you know that you understand that depending on when you register your corporation, you must note that your next time around you do it, right? This is your first time, but then your annual registration must be within the 90 days after its articles of incorporation are filed, if indeed was done between these two dates. If it was done between these two dates, then you have until these January 1st and April 2nd of the next year to renew your annual registration. So this is just a compliance type of thing. You can check that off, move on. File certificate signature, right? Again, more compliance stuff here. This is saying that you're online certifying yourself to submit this document, and this document will be effective as of the date here, right? Or you can choose to request a separate date for it to be effective. I'm going to go ahead and now sign my name. The authorized title, incorporator, and continue. So now before you submit, right now we're at review, and before we submit and do the payment, we just got to go over the information on the screen. So quickly, I'm just going to scroll through this, make sure everything is correct, because this is how I got bit last time, because I thought my middle name was not correct, right? So this is fine. You may have already decided to go on, but let's hit submit. Now you can see here it's $100. That's regular processing fees, right? That in the state of Georgia, that's 2 weeks takes turnaround time, right? My last one I told you I did expedited, right? And that was $200, right? Additional $100 expedited. Even that is still less than their standard option here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just go with the regular process this time and click to pay. So there you have it. I'm going to end the video here. This is my personal information. I'm going to pause, and then I'm going to resume actually after I fill this in. So all right, so we're back here, and now I'm in my email, and you can see 2 emails here. The one here came in 6:31 p.m. This one was the original one that I mentioned, that first email that you would have gotten when you registered under the eCorp, right? This is just giving you your information of your user account, pretty standard stuff. But here, this is the information that you want to get. This is most important. Once you went ahead and submitted and paid the $100, right, or whatever number that is per your state's filing amount, then you will get a receipt from the state of Georgia Secretary of State. This receipt will not be worth anything in terms of like justifying your incorporation. You will need to wait until you get a separate document, which is your Articles of Incorporation, and I'll show you mine's the actual piece of paper that I have. I printed it out. I'll show you that in a second once I switch my camera back over. But if you have any questions, again, please feel free to drop a comment in my drop a comment below. And if you want to share your successes with me, let me know, drop a comment, or if you have any questions, let me know, drop a comment. So again, thank you for watching this. I'm going to switch back to my camera and show you my Articles of Incorporation from my first go around. 1 second, be right back. So I'm back, and I wanted to show you guys my Articles Certificate of Incorporation. Right here, let me show you this. So this is what you'll get. You'll get a PDF version of this, and depending on your processing time that you selected, I just selected the regular, so that'll be about maybe 14 days, 14 business days, 15 business days, give or take, based on the book that I read. But if you chose 2 days, in 2 days you'll get something like this. Now, please note, one thing I forgot to mention is that this is just the certificate of incorporation. But to truly be recognized and get your certificate of existence, there's actually another $10 fee. You would get that in the mail, or you get an email about it. I can't remember exactly, but once you get that notification about your existence being needed, for you have to go online and pay $10. There is a hand option, but why would you do that? That's more money, and you can just go online and do it for $10, and it's ratified with the state. It's all through the state, but they tend to charge more money for those who still want to go the paper route. Note, I would just say word to the wise: if you are down with doing things online, do them online, and you save yourself some time and money. So once you do that online, you get your certificate of existence, and these two documents are pretty much the basis of what you need to then go ahead and continue on with then going to writing your bylaws and filling out your 1023 EZ or 1023. I will explain more about that in other videos later, but aside from that, thank you again for watching this video. I hope good luck on your journey of getting your nonprofit set up. If you want to keep in touch, drop a comment, reach out to me. Let me know if this was successful for you. Let me know if there was any difficulties. I will try my best. Again, this is for the state of Georgia, but I will put links as I can find them in the comments, in the details below. And if you need help finding something, let me know. I can help you with that. But again, the point I want to justify here is that you can do this on your own. You do not need to wait. You don't need to save $400 up to pay LegalZoom. You can save up $100. You don't even have to go. Some people are impatient and they want immediate response, and they may want the $200 option. But even still, right, if you're fine with setting up what I just did and going through waiting 15 days, but depending on your state, you'll get back your answer and you'll be good to go. So it doesn't take that much, right? It all just takes is some time and determination from yourself to recognize that what I need out here to use is at my fingertips online. Again, this actually can also be used for those who are also thinking about starting an LLC or other type of corporations. It's not just nonprofits. I had friends who we've started at the same time, and we both figured out that, hey, why do this through LegalZoom, or why do this through that other company? We can just do it ourselves. So don't be afraid to do that. Take some time, put the work in. It's going to pay off in the future. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and look forward to doing this on my journey and listening to your comments. If you have anything to share, anything is appreciated. Again, thank you very much. Again, this is Joe Lewis from Years Spent Manifesting Incorporated, and thank you very much for watching my video. Peace.